Welcome to Blonde Cards and Crafts. Let's make something together. Hello crafters and welcome to my channel. Today I have some goodies to share for you. These goodies came from Love from Lizi and this is the December kit and it is beautiful. I'm going to put links down below in the description to Lizi's unboxing as well as her product release video. It'll show you all the extras that you can get that are available on the website and what also goes with these. So I have my kit here and I also have some extra goodies as a design team member that Lizi has sent me, which are available on the website. So let's have a look and see what's inside the box. So inside the box we get 5 A4 sheets of cardstock, and this is nice strong cardstock. We get a lovely dove grey, a lovely green, a pink, we get black and white. The white one is great for using with alcohol markers for stamping, etc. So they're the cardstock that we get, and you can cut these down to make some card bases with them. If you like to make the A2 4¼ by 5½ card bases, you can use these cardstock for doing that, and it will give you 10 card bases. I like to put the white one aside and use that particularly for stamping and colouring in, etc. So I do take some cardstock from my stash when I'm making my 10 cards one kit. So that's the cardstock that we get. We also get these peel-offs, and aren't they lovely? Look at all the sparkle for Christmas. I love it. And if you just bend back the top, you can then access these peel-offs. These are all the same width and they're absolutely fabulous. I love them. Next we get this pen, and it's like a fine liner Castell. It's like a fine liner pen. It's Faber-Castell and it's one of the metallics. It's called Kissed by a Rose and it's absolutely lovely. And I think the idea for this was because it is very similar to the colour in the cardstock and the pattern papers that we'll use. So it's got a nice bullet tip on it. You can see there how well it writes. Let me just bring that up closer so you can see and check that you can see. Yeah, so it's got a lovely metallic sheen on it and I really love that. This would be cool just for writing your Christmas cards. Love it. Okay, so that is our Faber-Castell metallic pen marker, fine tip marker that we get in the kit. We also get this A2 embossing folder. Now this is a really cool embossing folder because where you can see the white, this is where it cuts. So it'll cut out all these little hearts as well as this shape. Now keep all these little hearts because they'll make great confetti if you make a shaker card or just to embellish the front of your card. So this is a lovely little embossing folder that we've gotten in the kit as well. Next, I want to look at the dies. These are how the dies come in the kit. I like to then put them onto a magnetic sheet and keep it in my stash, but we get these lovely dies, and I have 3 dies here. Oh, 4 dies here. Okay, let's look at the smaller ones. So the smaller heart is a lovely intricate die and it cuts out all these pieces. So if you put this on the cardstock, it'll just cut out these shapes into your cardstock. If you cut this out using the outline die, then it will die cut out the heart with the cutaway pieces. So you could do some paper piecing there if you liked. So that's those 2 lovely little heart dies, and then we have the bigger version of that. So we have this one which will die cut out a heart shape into some cardstock, and then when you add the outline die, it'll cut the whole thing out for you. So you could die cut out a heart shape in your cardstock, put some acetate in front of that, Then you could die cut out this into some cardstock behind, and you'd have a beautiful style shaker card. But I love these. I don't have anything like this in my stash, so this is great to have as a stash builder. Okay, next I'm going to look at the stamps. These are the stamps that came in the kit. We have some lovely snowflakes, and we have 4 different style snowflakes. Then we have 4 of the same style but in medium size, and then we have 4 of the same style but in small size. So each star, there's a stamp in 3 different sizes, a large, a medium and a small stamp. Isn't that wonderful? That's just lovely. I think that's very clever. Then we have these beautiful snowflakes here, and each one has a word attached. So this one has love with a little love heart in the middle. Then we have, this one says happy, and then this one says winter. Aren't they lovely? They're very different. And then just because Lizzie is so clued in to doing special stuff, she's put little hearts in there as well. I love that. I really do. You can never have enough of these little ditty love heart stamps. So that's the stamps. I'm going to look at the pattern papers now. So this says it's 6x6 premium collection. It's acid free. These are 12 single-sided pattern papers. They're 220 GSM, which is heavyweight cardstock. And I love that because, do you know what? I don't have to choose which side of the paper I want to use, because it can be so annoying. You get some pattern paper and you love the pattern on both sides, but only have one sheet. That can be hard. Okay, so let's open this and have a look at the lovely papers. I know Lizzie said that the one on the front was her favorite, and that's why she put this on the front. So these are all, they look like a marble pattern paper. And they're absolutely, I'm just going to go through them one at a time. So we have this one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them down and you can have a look and see as they're going down. I love all the different colors of the marble that Lizzie has put in this. I think for a background, they're very, very clever. I love that. I mean, it really, it looks like marble. It's so cool. This one's lovely. It's very magical, isn't it? And then this one. That's Lizzie's favourite, I have to say. I love it too. It's like a magical snow background, kind of. And this one. And they're all different shades. Really lovely. I love those. So I'm going to put some of them up here, and we'll bring them down along, and that way then I can add the dies and everything onto them, and the stamps. Lovely. Okay, so now finally in this kit we have some ephemera, and guys, this is why this kit is called the Winter Rose. Isn't it just beautiful? Wait till you see all the little ephemera pieces that come. And I love ephemera because it really is the easy way out of not having to stamp and color in images. I hate coloring in images. I mean, I'm not bad at it, to be honest, but this is brilliant. Give me ephemera any day of the week. And this one has like what looks like little baubles on it, but I mean, you'd really have to look to see their baubles. So you could use this in any kind of a card. So I'm going to quickly just throw down all the different types of images that are here. And some are in small, some are in medium, and then some are larger. So really great. These would be fab. I mean, what's coming to mind here is, look, isn't that lovely? I love that. A bridge fold card is what's coming to mind straight away. You could really showcase all these little images. You see there you have a small one, and then you've the exact same but in a bigger size. I love that because you can really, whether it's for an A2 card or a 5x7 or an 8x8 card, you know, you can, I love to do different sizes, so I love that. So all the different sizes, do you see again, different sizes? I think it makes it much easier. Absolutely lovely. And Lizi made a lovely card when she was doing her Black Friday video that she put up. She made it beautiful. It's, I would call it a clean and simple card, but it really was beautiful. I loved it. Isn't that just gorgeous? Absolutely. I love these colors. I mean, I know Christy Marcotte is a big pink fan. I am myself. Pink is my favorite color. I love it. But I have to say, I know Christy will love using all these ephemera pieces. She'll get a great kick out of all these. Absolutely beautiful. Isn't that lovely? So we get loads. My gosh, we're still going. Still going. Loads of ephemera. I'd hate to have to count them all. I'm sure Lizi has told us how many is in there. But yeah, look at them all. So that is this month's kit for December. It's called the Winter Rose kit, if I haven't mentioned that already. And we get our A4 cardstock, our peel-offs, we get an embossing folder, dies, a beautiful marker, pattern paper, ephemera, and stamps in this kit. And I think, now being honest, this is great value for money. Really, it really is. So let's have a look at the extras that I got in the box. So on the Love from Lizi website, there are a lot of new products that have been released this month, and I'm going to leave a link to that down below. I have gotten a few of those from Lizi to share with you and to use when I'm crafting, and these are some of the things that I really wanted that came out. So you can see here that this is how I store my dies when I get dies. These dies will come on this sheet here. It won't have a magnetic piece behind it. They'll just get stuck on and they'll be wrapped in plastic. I take them out of the plastic. I add a piece of magnetic sheet onto it and then add it onto a bigger piece of 300 GSM cardstock, and then I have it in a wallet. And this is how I store them, all my stamps and dies in my stash. So without further ado, let's have a look at all the different products I have been sent as a design team member. I'm going to move them out of the way and we'll go to them one by one. So the first one, this works with our kit, the Winter Rose kit. We have two dies, both roses. They die cut out beautifully. You can paper piece them if you like. They also come with these two dies. They're a snowflake with a word attached, and they are really, really super cool. So this word is winter, and you can see the snowflake there, how lovely it is. And then the other one is joy. So two fabulous size dies, and if you look at the size of that rose, you know, you could die cut this out and put it on a card with a sentiment if you're doing an A2 card, and you would have a lovely clean and simple card done. So if you were in a hurry, I like that there's two different roses here, just really, really beautiful. So that's the first Winter Rose add-on dies that you can get from the Love from Lizi website. The next one is Joy, and this one has two snowflakes as well as the word joy. Now the snowflakes come with an outline die or the snowflake die. So if you die cut this, you can die cut this onto your card, or you can use this piece over it and you'll get the snowflake die cut out, so you can put it as an embellishment. Now with this, you need to notice when you take it off the sheet that it comes like so. Now Lizi does mention to put a little mark on them so you'll know how they were on the sheet originally. So I have, using a pokey tool, I have scraped in there, and I hope you can see, I have scraped on the outside die 3 little marks, and then on the snowflake itself I have put a little mark and put top. And I just did that by using my pokey tool and scraping on the metal. It won't affect how the die works, but it means if I take that off and they're you know, like so, it's very hard to know which way they sit into. So Lizi recommended you do that. I think they'll probably match up regardless. Well, look, I've automatically matched that up. So let's see if we turn it around another way. Yeah, they won't match up perfectly. So it's best to do that with them, like Lizi recommends. So that's what I have done there. And I've done it for all these dies that come with a main die and an outline die. I have done my little marks. So that's just something I would recommend you do if you get these. So that way then you'll know exactly where they need to sit to be perfect. So we have this one, and then we have the larger size one. And again, we have the outline die as well as the snowflake die itself. So I love that too. Another 2 beautiful dies with the word joy. Next we have the merry, and I'll just quickly pop that out of its sheet. And this looks more like a wreath to me than an actual snowflake. Again, you can see I've marked it with top on it there. But again, you could paper piece these, so you could do it in silver and then do it in maybe a red and have red little berries on the silver. I think it is meant to be a snowflake, but a snowflake type of wreath. There we go. The word in this is merry. So we have our merry die, and then you could stamp Christmas below that. Always handy to have that. And then we have a smaller die again with the outline and then the inner snowflake wreath as well. So that's that one. Then next we have another one. This is the Noel one. And this one is again 2 fab snowflakes. I love these. They're very angular snowflakes. Really cool. And again, I have marked these with my top, and then my top is on this one. So I know that the 2 of them mesh up like so. If I turn this one the right way around, there we go. And they will mesh up together. So we have the large and we have the medium one. And then, as I said, the word die in this is Noel. So fab. So we have 4 lovely snowflake. Well, we have 3 snowflakes and 1 winter rose die sets there. Next, I'm going to have a look at this. This is the nested circles die set that Lizi has brought out, and this is fantastic. The dies are so closely nested together. These are going to be fabulous. I know I'll be reaching for these a lot when I'm crafting and looking for a circular die. And I love that Lizi has these really good stash builders now in the shop. So this has 21 dies in this set, and you can see they're stitched as well. So you have that lovely little bit of stitching on the outside, and I love that. And just to give you an idea of how large the largest one is, it measures 5.5 from cut line to cut line. So that would be perfect on a large card, a 6x6 card, that would be perfect on. And then the smallest little diddy one in here is a 1/2 inch. And to be honest, this is something I really needed. I have some punches, one is a 2-inch and one is a 2¼ inch punch, but I really wanted some smaller and some larger ones, and I think these will work perfectly. You know, they literally go down in size by 1/8, looking on my ruler here. So you have 1/8 of a gap, which is fabulous. I love that. These are definitely a product I would recommend, not just because I have it as a design team member, but I think they are a fab stash builder, whether you make A2 cards or the larger size cards. Now with that, Lizzie brought out the rectangles nested die set, and in this one there's 16 dies, which isn't to be sniffed at either. Again, the largest die measures from cut line to cut line. Let's see, 4 1/4, and I bet it's 5 1/2 in height. Yep. So you know the largest one here is the size of an A2 card base, and then again this one goes down in 1/8 increments again. So fantastic. Again, if it's something you want to build up in your stash, I would definitely recommend these. Whether you just do A2 cards or not, you can use these on larger cards. These would be great for die cutting out sentiments and words, as well as putting mats and layers on your card bases. So I love that. Another great stash builder. And then finally, I have a selection of peel-offs. I love using peel-offs. And I do a lot of videos, not just Love from Lizi videos, but other videos using products from other suppliers or crafting places. But I love using the peel-offs, and I may not show that I use them in my videos, which I do online, but I make a lot of cards for friends and family that you don't see and I don't share because they're personalized and they may be similar to cards that I've made. But I love using the peel-offs when I'm making those cards. They're great to add a little bit of interest on your card. They're great to give a matte look to a layer as well. And just, they really can, I think, add a little something to any project. Even if you're doing a shadow box, you could use it as a piece on the frame of a shadow box or anything like that. So I use these a lot in my crafting. I find them a really cool little thing to add to whatever I'm making. But I love the colors in these. We have this big bumper pack. I want to say it's my favorite, but I love this one as well, and I just love the colors in these. It's really hard to pick, but I love this. This is all the different gray tones, and we've 1 2 3 4 5 6 different gray tones in this one, from muted grays to metallic grays to edged grays with silver. This one is a sparkling grayish color. This is a lighter gray to this one, and it's edged in silver. And then we have the holographic, and my God, I could eat this for breakfast, lunch and dinner. I love adding this on to the cards that I make when I'm crafting here for my own happiness and making cards for someone. Holographic really blings a card up no end. So I love this, and I'm literally on my last few strips of that, so I was delighted to see this in my box. Then we have this one. It's got the metallic lilac color. It's got the silver again. These are not the pinstripes, they're all the same width, and they've got this glitter or sparkle on it. It's like rough crushed diamonds, but it's flat, so it's brilliant. Then we have the green, which is a metallic green pinstripe, and then we have these are like an iridescent glitter circles, and they're 3 different widths, and I love these for embellishing a card. If you're not great with Nuvo drops and stuff like that, these peel-offs, and Lizi does them in hearts and stars and circles, they're great to embellish a card when you don't want to use Nuvo drops and you don't have the dimension that you have with Nuvo drops on a card, which sometimes is lovely. Then the final pack that I have here, these are all pinstripes again. We have this lovely matte lavender, the metallic lavender, this lovely silver blue, and then the white. Isn't this lovely to add onto a Christmas, you know, with a red or a green or a blue black background, this would be absolutely lovely. So I'm delighted with all the peel-offs that I had in my box. I recommend have a look on Lizi's website. The amount of different styles of peel-offs she does is just phenomenal, and there's something there to please everyone and anyone. You would have just missed the Black Friday deal. Lizi had a great deal on peel-offs, so that's something to keep an eye out. You know, when you go to the website, I know sometimes we all hate getting these emails, but when Lizi does a sale, my gosh, it's really worth getting in there. So I would recommend turning on that you get the newsletter and that you get notifications regarding that. So this is all the extras that I got in my box from the Love from Lizi website. There is so much more available on Lizi's website for you to have a look through for your crafting, and I leave links to everything down below that that I have here, as well as the links to all the products that Lizi has that came out with the release of the Winter Rose kit. So this is the add-ons that I got. You've seen the kit. Now it's time to head off and do a little bit of crafting and get some cards made with all this lovely product. So I'm going to leave it there, folks. I know it was a long unboxing, but I had a lot to share with you, and I hope you have a great rest of the week, and keep an eye out for my 10 cards 1 kit. Hit that notification bell and subscribe. That way when it does come out, you'll be notified. So until then, folks, take care and stay safe. Bye for now. Bye.